Peace Queen. It's Melissa Crawford of the Queen Code. So I have a question for you today. What's the true power of a queen on her throne? It is divine purpose. You know, on the royal path, there is no more important element than your purpose. Knowing who you are and why you're here and being able to connect with that and walk that path, that's the key to a woman elevating to queen on her throne. Being queen is not about the way you look, the car you drive, the house you live in, the clothes you wear. Those things are nice, but they're all external. Being a queen, truly being a queen, is having that connection to divine purpose at a soul level. So I'm going to ask you, do you know your purpose? Do you know why you are here? You know, 10 years ago, almost 10 years to the day, 2009, I was searching frantically for my purpose. I was trying to find myself in so many external things. And it was 10 years ago that I literally just had a meltdown. And I was exhausted. I was exhausted from trying to find myself for so many years. And no matter how many accolades I received or degrees or, you know, any of those things, I still felt that there was some pieces missing. And so after years and years and years of searching for myself, I finally had a meltdown in 2009. And I simply said a prayer, help me remember who I am. And I kept saying that prayer over and over and over again. And it started a 9-month, get that, 9-month rebirth. It started a 9-month process where all the pieces started to come together. And that question of who am I, why am I here, was answered. And through that 9-month period, I took notes because, you know, I'm a writer. I write everything down. I took notes because I felt like it was very important. But when I got to the end of that season of my life and I realized my purpose, when I look back over my notes, I realized that not only did I have something for myself, but I had a blueprint in which I could teach other people how to find their purpose and walk that path. And when I looked at that blueprint and those notes, I called it the Royal Path Map. The Royal Path Map. So, you know, again, when I discovered my purpose, and what's my purpose? You know, my purpose actually is very clear. It's in the tagline for my business, The Queen Code. It's simply awaken the queen within, remember who you are. That's who I am. That's what I do. I've helped women worldwide awaken the queen within and remember who they are. And one of the ways I do that is through the Royal Path Map process. You know, I've gotten emails from queens asking about this process. Maybe you've seen the testimonials online, or maybe you've heard about it some other way. But the Royal Path Map process came out of a 9-month, very intensive personal season of my life where I was searching for my purpose. And once I found my purpose and realized that I had something that I could teach to other women, the Queen Code was born. And so for the past 10 years, I've been doing this process with women worldwide. I'm talking from almost every continent, women in Africa, South Africa, East Africa, North and West Africa, women in Europe, women in Asia, in the Middle East, and of course, all over the Americas. You know, I've been doing this process helping women discover who they are. Why? Because it is the most essential element to living a full life. Right now, I think that the major crisis in the world is not the wars that are going on. It's not about black or white, rich or poor. I believe that the major crisis in the world is an identity crisis. We all have simply forgotten who we are. And so my purpose, awaken the queen within, remember who you are. That is who I am, and that is what I do. And so for those of you that have been asking about my Royal Path Map process, that's what this video is about. So what is the Royal Path Map? It is a process that I go through with queens that not only helps them define their purpose, also helps them Find out where they're sabotaging themselves. Because on the royal path, you'll start to realize that you really have no other opponent but your own darkness. As the ancient African proverb goes, if there's no enemy within, the enemy without can do you no harm. So not only do we discover purpose and your major life lessons, but in the Royal Path Map process, I'm also sharing with you the specific ways that you're sabotaging yourself and how to clear that energy so you're no longer in your own way. And then also the Royal Path Map details the 7 clear steps to go from where you are to queen on your throne. And so again, I've had the privilege over the last 10 years to do this process personally with women all over the world. And I've even, paused it a few times and said, okay, I'm not doing any more maps. But then I get the emails from women who are reaching out, who are at a stage in their life where something has shifted, something has changed, and they're ready to face themselves and to walk the path to purpose. So again, what's the power of a queen on her throne? It's not about the look. It's about your ability to be divinely connected to your purpose, the reason why you're here. And sis, if you don't know why you're here, I can help you find your purpose. So all you simply have to do is reach out to me, either DM me wherever you're watching this video on social media, Facebook, YouTube, or Instagram. DM me or simply reach out to me at support@thequeencode.com, because it is time to get into position, and there's no more powerful position that you can have than knowing your purpose and walking in it.